live. Hey everybody, Heather Boyd Wire here, Wire Lady TV every Wednesday, normally at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Right now it's 1 p.m. Eastern Time, so we're going to do a short one today. And today I'm doing some flat wire jewelry, which was a special request from Jan. I always love it when you guys request different things on the live streams. So if you're watching the replay, you can always comment below and let me know if there's some things you would like me to troubleshoot. And I have a whole playlist of tutorials from the live streams where you could see other things I've done in the past, including lots of animals and symbols and all kinds of things. So let me flip the screen and get started so I can see your comments, and we will just get going with this. There we go. Beautiful sunny day in Montreal. Not too hot, not too cold. And let me just pull up the video and see where we're at. Takes me a hot minute. It's all good. These are the sketches that I've done for things I'm going to be working on today. I will just pull this up. There we go. Mute. Excellent. So we have Amber, Tree Sap Girl. Amber's the moderator, so thank you, Amber, for always hopping on and creating the timestamps for the live streams. And Jan, hi Jan. So Jan, this is for you, working on flat wire jewelry. And Karen, hi Mirta. Awesome, everybody's hopping on. So I've done a bunch of sketches. Jan, let me know in the comments what you were thinking for the flat wire jewelry. I have done another live stream in the past where I worked on some flat wire jewelry, so I'll link up all those tutorials and live streams I have in the playlist, in the description of the video. So hi Nini, and yeah, so let me know what you're interested in. I have a bunch of sketches for bracelets, earrings. This is kind of cool, twisting the wire. That would be fun. Let's try that one first. I always like to start with easy ones and then work my way to the more difficult ones. So I have a bunch of other gauges handy. These are just regular round wires. I have 24, 20, and 22. So I'm gonna line those up. I have some gold wire, and those are just gonna be for attaching beads. I also have simple ring and earrings. Well, that makes my life easier. Hi Myrna, and here we've got some seed beads. So let's start with some easy ones. And Jan, do you have flat wire already at home? Here's some beads. I'm gonna move those over there. And I'll show you what flat wires I have. I even found some flat memory wire. I don't think I'm gonna use that today, but this is interesting. Let me know in the comments if you've ever used flat memory wire. Sorry for all the paint on my fingers. There we go. And I know people have commented that the sound is low on my live stream. So at one point I'm gonna get a mic for that. So this is another thing I won't be using today, but this is gallery wire, which is also flat, and then it has these little bits that go around the cabochon. So that's interesting too. These are all products from Beadalon Artistic Wire. Hi Rainbow. Hi Jennifer. Okay. A lot of flat wire, 21 gauge, 3 millimeters, and okay, so I have that one too, I think. Let me just see what I've got here. Oh, this was a stainless steel. No, that's round wire. I don't know where that came from. So what have I got here? This is the 5 millimeter one, which is quite a bit thicker, and it's a little more heavy duty. So that's the 5 millimeter times 75. And I do have the 3. So let's work with that. This is I believe this is the 3 millimeter one. That looks really thin though. That can't be 3. That looks thinner than 3. Let's compare them. Let's open up this one and see what we have. Sitting back to enjoy the craft show. That's awesome. Okay, so let's open this guy up. I just taped it shut. And we're just gonna compare them. So this for sure is the 5 millimeter, that I know for sure. But this one, see, I've got a piece of that. This one looks smaller than 3. That can't be 3. That must be like 1. I don't even know where I got that. So let's look at what else I have. I have some more here. This must be the 3 in here. So I have some random ones in here, including this aluminum wire that I actually flattened myself. So this was when I had done a ring tutorial using this stuff before. So this was a thick, probably 12 gauge wire that I flattened in my rolling mill. So you can always flatten your own wire. Hi, Kristen. W World Peace is Kristen, my sister out west. Thank you for hopping on. I know it's earlier for you. So this seems to be the 3mm size. So let's work with that, because you'll see the 5 is quite stiff, which is okay for some things, but it's very stiff. So let's put that at the side. And then this one's, I don't even know where I got this one. This looks like, maybe this, oh, you know what this is? This I think might be memory wire. This might be the flat memory wire for bracelets. So let's put that one at the side too, because that's going to be very stiff. Okay, sorting out my materials. Hi, Karen. Okay, so let's try some super simple ones. I do want to try to twist the wire, and I should probably also measure it so you guys can see. Let me just get my ruler, and we're going to measure that. Let's see what we got here. Ruler, yes. So here's the ruler. We got the ruler. And then I also want to straighten out the wire. So let me just trying to find all my stuff here. There we go. So let's get the nylon pliers. And I have also my looping pliers. So we're going to put those at the side. And hey, Mirta, hi, Peggy. All the regulars hanging, hopping on. So let's remove the sketches. We're going to put those over here, and we're going to straighten this out a little bit. So we'll just use the nylon pliers to straighten it out. Amber told me about that trick. It works really well. So let's move that over. And then over here, I don't want to do them too long for this. So let's just measure about, maybe, let's do like 3, because I'm not sure how long I'm going to need it. And I'm going to trim it at the bottom. Now this, if you want to leave it flat like that, you would file it. So we could file that. And if you want to just bend it, you don't have to file it. So now we want to hold this, and I think we're going to need 2 pliers for this. And hi, May. And let's get some other flat pliers. I don't know if I can hold it with this one. I can try this because I don't want to damage it. So let's see if we hold this. And I do have a wire twister tool that I haven't tried yet. Let me just grab it. But I don't know if you can use it for this type of thing. This was a tool that Beadalon sent me, but I don't know if it would work for this. Let me try this. I am going to do a full tutorial about this one. This is called the Safety Wire Twister. Beadalon sent me this. And let me just see what it's like. I'm just going to open it up. There we go. Okay. Sometimes they put a little oil on it so it won't get rusty. So hopefully it's not going to oil up my fingers. I'm just going to look at this. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and experiment with this on a tutorial. So look out for that coming up soon. And now let's just try to twist this. So we're going to hold this here. And then we're going to hold this one here. So I can remove that now and see if that's going to work. Let me know if you guys have ever done this before. But I think if we just do that, and we want to try to keep it consistent. So we're just going to go like that. So you know what it looks like? One of those Christmas icicle things. When we were kids, we used to have these Christmas icicles made out of metal. Oops, this is slipping off. But the idea is like we want to get it consistent. Ah, that's cool. It's, yeah, with the nylon it's slipping, so I might be better to use a not nylon tool at the end to, yeah, it's slipping too much, so I'm going to get another one. Can you come down on the frame? Oh, I'm going off the camera? That can happen. Sorry, there we go. There we go. Can you see now? Hopefully that's good. Yeah, so this is one idea, is you can just take the flat wire and twist it a bit. Might be tricky to get 2 earrings consistent, but there. I don't want to do too much, but that gives you an idea. Like, look how pretty that is.
That's really pretty. And so either you can file the end or you could twist it. So let's take this and yeah, I think filing the end would be pretty good. Yeah, I think let me get a file. I'm gonna file the end. It's cool, eh? Yeah, it's really fun. It gives it a little bit of bling, and it looks really cool. I'm just gonna see if I have a file. Yeah, I have a file. So if you have like a kind of a electric file thing, what do they call those? Like a Dremel or a some kind of sander or whatever. I don't know what you call those tools. I forget offhand, but you can definitely like file the end. It's always good to fix the file and then just do it this way around there, just to soften it up. So you can file it as much as you want. A rotary tool, thank you. Shannon says, I've only ever seen that wire tool working and it's cool. So you mean the twister? Yeah, I'll definitely try that twister. I'm excited about that. So now if we did that, and then we're going to take the end and we can twist the end to make, I should have, maybe I should have not twisted it so much there because I need a little bit more. I wonder if I can untwist it because I need a little bit more space to twist the end because we have to put like a jump ring or something on it. So we're gonna leave enough at the top that you can make a twist like that. Okay, so that would be to kind of attach an earring hook. So even just like that, it's super cool. And then you would need a jump ring. I just got some jump rings. So let me just grab the jump rings. I ordered a bunch of jump rings. I just have to get them out here. There we go. So here are, I ordered a bunch of these because I think, Kristen, I think I gave you my jump rings. So I ordered another little package of them. So I'm gonna take these and nails on chalkboard vibes. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I should have warned you guys that it's gonna be a scratchy sound. So here's a bunch of jump rings from, there's so many different ones on Amazon. I just ordered a random one. And then you can just take the jump ring. I sometimes make my own as well. Now, what's the best way to open these? Okay, this comes out. And I think I'm gonna need a larger size. So let's get one of these jump rings. Okay, cute little container though. I like that. Great for chainmail. I might do more chainmail. I enjoyed that. And then we're going to open this one up. Last week I did the chainmail ones for wrapping this wire would be good for wrapping undrilled cube. Yeah, do you mean like a cabochon? Because I'm gonna try something like that too at some point. And now we're gonna take this and see, we can just attach that on there. And then you can get your own earring hooks, or you can make your own. So let's just, I don't really have the proper wire handy to make my own hooks, but I can just like do a quickie one. We can just do a quickie one. Like if you have some proper, like I wouldn't put this is the tarnish resistant copper. I wouldn't put this in my ear, but this shows you like if you have some stainless steel or silver, you can make your own hooks. So we're just gonna, and those you would have to file too, but I won't do that because it's gonna be really noisy. So we're gonna just go those like that, go like here. And then usually for the earring hooks, I use my looping pliers, squiggly shapes, squiggly line. So Jennifer, I wonder if you can make a loop earring out of it. Oh, out of this one. That would be a good idea. So now let's just take this. We're going to bring that one around. I don't know if that's a good size for the hook. It's a little wide maybe, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. So we're going to bring this one around, and then we want to make a loop at the bottom. This is just to get them the same size. So we're going to remove that, bring this one up, and do whatever size loop you want. If that's too big, just do a little smaller. There, so there we go. So now we're going to cut this flush, and Give that a clip. And open it up. This way at least it matches. So let's, oh, here, we could close it up because the jump ring is open. So this, if you're making these out of silver, you can hammer that too to harden it up a little bit. So we're gonna take this one here, make sure that's, yep, looks good. But I also wanna try maybe to add some beads. So this is how it looks plain, which is super cool. Let's just leave one plain and let's do another one. I think the thick, this is the thick, let's stick with the thin wire. I have enough of this to work with. So let's do another one of these. We're going to do another like 3-inch thing. And I wonder if it would be easier to form the loop at the top first. This is gonna be experimental. So let's try to form the loop at the top first. I think the twist will catch the light. Yes, yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's like those icicles that I don't think they make them out of metal anymore. But when I was a kid, we had tons of these metal icicles to hang on the Christmas tree, and they were really beautiful, very simple. So let's try with the loop first, see if that's going to work. And then again, take the end. And when you do the loop with the looping pliers, it makes it a nice consistent shape. So now we're going to take this and I wonder if we could do these ones. Let's try this one again. Okay, so if we're going to hold it this way, let's see if that's going to hold. Might hold all right. And then we're going to do our twist here. So it actually might be easier to form the loop first and then do the twist after, because it really gives you something to hold on to, and then that way it won't be so difficult to make the loop at the top. So let's just keep going down, and you could do it tighter if you want, or you can leave it like that. What happens if we do it a little tighter? I don't mind experimenting on these live streams because you guys can benefit by knowing, like, you know, if I go too far, then you'll know not to go that far. But let's just do it just a little bit further. It's slipping, that's because it is the nylon pliers, so it is slipping a bit. But that shows you, so it might be easier to do it that way, where you do the loop first. It's pretty good. Got a little bit distorted, but not too bad. Okay, so there's that. So it looks super good, eh? Like, wouldn't these make awesome earrings? So this is a little bit tighter, looks like a little bit tighter maybe, and then that one is a little bit looser. So maybe I'll add beads. You can even tighten this one up a little bit more if you wanted to. See, if you want to tighten it up a little more, you could probably do that. And you'd have to hold it with the pliers though. So I'm not gonna mess around with this one, but let's put a hook on that one. Okay, so we've got that. Be gorgeous for the undrilled cubes, someone mentioned. So undrilled cube, do you mean a cabochon? I think that's what you mean. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, if you guys, and if ever you guys want to like show me something, and like if you're mentioning something on the live stream and you want to show me a picture, explain more what you're talking about, just email me at info@heatherboydwire.com, because sometimes I have trouble visualizing the things you guys say on the chat. But I'm a very visual person if you show me a picture or a sketch of what you're talking about. So let's attach this one onto here. So that goes like that. So we've got both of these, which are super cool, okay? And then if you do want to add beads, we can try it. So this was the one, which was the second one? That was the second one we did. And then again, you can file the end, or if you did want, you can twist it up. But I think it's going to look better if you just file it. So I won't put you through that torture again. And then we can get 22 or 24 gauge wire. Hi, Jean. Do you save your scraps and melt them? I do not melt my scraps. Some of them I save if they're long enough to use for other things, but this is not silver wires. So I have, when I make things out of sterling, I do save the scraps, although I haven't ever melted them down, but I could bring them somewhere, I guess. I don't know if people buy them by the weight, but for the copper, I just use the scraps that are long enough for other things. So if we want to add beads on here, this is the question, is how well that's going to work. So let's get a bunch of seed beads maybe, or if I had some crystals, it would be nice too. But because I don't have any handy, let's go ahead and you can start at the top, wind it around a little bit here, wind it around, and then let's see, wait, I'm going against the grain, I think. Yeah, I'm going against the grain, so let's do the other way. We want to go with the twist, so we're going to go around here. That's going to be better. We'll go with the twist. So now we're going to, let me remove some of these out of the way, and we can just go ahead and grab some seed beads maybe. So let's do this. Hi, Susan. There we go. Perfect. So let's get this, and then we can just wind. See, I don't know how well this is going to look or not. We can just try it. Sometimes I have ideas and then they don't look as good as I thought, but if you don't try them, you won't know. So we're going to just keep winding these around. Maybe just put one on each wind, although we could add more beads if you wanted to. For now, I'm just going to put one on each wind and see how it looks. And then you guys can let me know what you think, because maybe it would be better just without the beads or with more beads. Sometimes it's hard to know. So we're going to do another one here. I have cubes in my cart on Fire Mountain Gems. That's funny. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jean. I love troubleshooting these ideas on the live streams because it's you guys give me so many ideas. Let's do one more at the bottom, and here you can just maybe just twist it around a few times and be careful it doesn't like slip off type of thing. And this also may slightly protect the end if you haven't filed it and you want to kind of push that right to the end, like without it pulling off. You want to be careful, but if you squeeze it on there, because the wire is a little soft, it might just stick on there. So now, let's see what these are doing. Oh, this end we have to cut off too. So let's bring that one around and clip that. And yeah, I mean, it's not super consistent. I think it might be better just to put these randomly on there, but it's interesting. It gives it an idea of, so let me know what you think of the beads, or if you prefer it without the beads. So those are two different ideas. I'm going to grab a little sip of water. Okay, so now let us keep going with that and do some more things. So let's do some rings as well. So we're going to put those at the side. And I have already done a ring like that in a live stream. So let's try one that's more staggered. And can we use the thicker wires? So let's try, this stuff is really thick though. It's like super, super stiff. This is the 5 millimeter. And I'm gonna just get my ring comb. There we go. So this is the ring mandrel, and because I should probably think of something I can use this wire for. It's so thick, the 5 millimeter, and we're gonna, wow, it's like, oof, super stiff. I don't know how well we're gonna do with this. We're gonna see. So we're gonna bring that one around. Yeah, very, very, very stiff wire. I wouldn't recommend the 5 unless you guys have another like thing you can do with them. It's very thick. And then we can take these looping pliers, and let me move this out of the way and bring this one around. Oof, yeah, that's thick, all right. There, so that works. And then this one, I'm gonna have to turn it a little bit more because it didn't wind around the mandrel very well. So if we just keep turning it a little bit, okay, I'm gonna bring this one out there, and yeah, it's very stiff, but we're gonna see what we can do. And then from here, so this will be down here, this will be down here. Maybe we can fix, it's gonna be a little mangled, but we're just gonna battle with this for a minute. And then we're gonna do one here. So how much should we clip it? Maybe to about there. Okay, I don't want to destroy these pliers. That's the thing. I'm just gonna score it and then clip it because I don't want to ruin my pliers. And I just wonder how to make like a full name with wire, like I have. My granddaughter's name is Darby. Yes, so remind me, and I will I do sketches for people with their names that are unusual names, and then I reference people to the playlist of tutorials, so I could definitely draw that out. Like, you basically kind of draw it out in cursive, but I can draw it for you in a way that it shows you what direction the wire goes in and that type of thing. So if that's helpful, you can email me at info@heatherboydwire.com. Let me know what name you want, and I can draw it out for you. So here are what we have so far. This is how I actually did the previous ring too, but I set it up staggered. Jan, this would be much easier to do with the 3mm wire because the 5 is so stiff. It's like insanely stiff. And now it's like slightly crooked, but just to show you, how you would do this. And then I would use a thicker wire because the 24 and 22 are going to be a little bit thin. So now we could get a piece of the 20 here. And how would you attach the cubes? Are we still talking about these other cubes that I'm not sure what you guys are talking about? You're going to have to send me a picture. But so to attach the bead, we are going to, you could put a small bead. I also have these really pretty large miracle beads that Clarice sent me this one at one point, so that would be good. You know what I also loved is Connie made a ring in the ring challenge that had, in the paperclip challenge, that had little bead caps on them. That was so beautiful as well, but I don't know if I have any bead caps handy. What's this one? Yeah. No, that's not really, like, this is a bead cap, but it's going to be too wide. But imagine, like, if you had a regular bead cap on either side. That was so pretty, Connie. I really, really enjoyed seeing that. But now, I'm just going to peek, just because I really love that ring so much. Let me see if I have any bead caps handy and see what I can find. Okay, I'm just looking in my little bag of tricks. Okay. So I thought I had some in there, and I do, but they might not be suitable for this project. But here's some bead caps. Yeah, you like both. That's nice. You can make a cage around it, and then a twisted wire and other things would either wrap them like you would wrap a cab or make a cage. This is for the cubes, I think. Charge for 6-letter name. Yeah, I don't really talk about selling on the live streams. And so if you have any questions like that, you can email me for sure. So now let us take this and put this on here. And I actually don't sell the names either. So I just do tutorials so you guys can make them yourself. So now let's do this. And there are a lot of Etsy shops though that do make custom names. So this is cool with the bead cap. I love that idea, Connie. Look how pretty that is. So let's see, and that goes with the chunky flat wire. So now how are we going to get that in there because now it might be too wide. So what if are we gonna lift this a little more? We're gonna see. This is called troubleshooting. So we're gonna bring this one in here. I don't know if I like the bead caps on there or not with this design. But you know what? We're here to experiment, so let's just do it. So I'm gonna take this one, bring that one around to the back. And, oh no, I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to bring this because we have to get it through both. So now we have to bring it like down here and hopefully not lose, oh sorry, I'm off camera again. Hopefully we're not gonna lose the end and all these beads are gonna go flying. So if we bring this and then push it up through here. Oh, I think I've already they're not lined up anymore. So let me bring that one up here. We're gonna bring that one over here. It's only because this wire is so stiff that I'm having trouble lining them up. So now if we put this one in here and push it up, hopefully it's gonna work. There we go, there. So there, we've got that. So we've got them attached here. This is very bizarre, but I kind of like it. So we're gonna bring this one in here and wind it around a few times. You could also just do this with a single bead. I just wanted to change it up, and I like Connie's idea of using a bead cap. So there we go. We have that one. Joy, you love my troubleshooting. Thank you. Oh my goodness, it's fun. It's definitely fun. And that's where the creative juices get flowing, is when you're just trying new things and not being too concerned about the outcome, and being very flexible with the design process, because otherwise if you get stuck on it looking exactly some way, then you're never going to be able to explore other options. So that's cool. Like I said, I'm not super convinced that this is a suitable bead cap, or even if it's suitable for this design, but you never know until you try, right? So there we go. We have that, and we're going to push that one in. And I will link up that other live stream that shows just the basic ring like that. So that's that. These are kind of floating around in a strange way, but so that's very strange and interesting. These are moving around, I think, because the bead caps have a very large hole. But that's the idea. So you can put like a wire in there and make it more staggered. And let's try it with the thinner wires. So I'm going to try this again. Let's bring this one around, and then you're going to see it's going to be so much easier with this wire, like so much easier. Look how much softer it is. So we're going to take that, and it looks nice offset, eh? I like it too. Yeah, for sure. Email info@heatherboydwire.com. Yes, and always my information should be linked up in the description of the videos or in the about section. So yeah, if you guys need to contact me, just email me anytime. So we're going to bring this one, and if you can't find my email, you could message me on my Facebook business page as well. So there we go. So we're going to bring that one here. So we've got that, and then this one, we're going to clip it over a little bit. I guess it takes about a 1/4 inch or something. So we'll clip that one. This one clips much better, the 3mm. And then again, using the looping pliers, because if you use the round pliers, they're staggered, right? So if you're turning the flat wire with round pliers, you'll want to use the looping pliers, because then it'll be a consistent loop. So we're going to bring that one around. So now we have that both loops here. Make sure they're closed up, and if they're not quite closed, you can always close them a bit with the flat pliers. So there, this one's going to be a tiny ring, I think. So there's that. And then now, for this thinner wire, you can use thinner wire to attach the bead. So let's use 22. So this one, this is the 3mm flat, and the other one was the 5mm flat. I don't have the packaging for the 3, but this is the 5. It's artistic wire, 5mm times 75mm. And then this one is the 3mm times 75mm. And it's available on the Beadalon website. So let's go ahead and cut a piece of the 22 here. I'm just gonna pull that and cut it. And then let's just get a smaller bead to go on here. So I'll get a smaller bead. This purple one's nice. So let's put this one here. Put the purple bead and bring that one in here. So you'll see it looks different with just the bead. It's quite nice. And then bring this around to the back and around. Okay, I'm going off the screen again. I should move my camera maybe, but I'll just try to stay in this position. And we're gonna bring that one around here. Okay, so there's one. And then this side, we're gonna bring it around here. Give it a good little tug. Okay, we can just maybe adjust those a little bit. So give that a good little tug, bring it around here. And we're gonna go around a few times. 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah, I might continue this next week too, doing more flat wire things, because I had a lot of sketches on there I haven't tried. So yeah, maybe we'll do more next week, but I'll start with the simple ones today and then we'll go from there. So there we go. So we have, that looks really nice, very basic. And you can just leave these, like clip them in there. Let's see what happens if we cut it to about 3/4 of an inch and twist it in. So we're gonna see. Hi Lisa, no problem, always happy to see you. So we're gonna bring this one in and let's try to make a spiral. Let's get our nylon pliers and see how that goes. Bring that in. This way we won't scratch the wire. I kind of like that. There we go. We made it a little more fancy. Okay, let's do the same one on this side. So we're going to cut that to about 3/4 of an inch. Start the end with the round pliers. And I will also put the templates in the description of the video when they're done. I usually within 24 hours I put the templates in my Etsy DIY shop. They're only $1. It helps support my channel, and if you buy any 5 or more templates, you can get 25% off with the coupon code SAVE25. So I'll link up that all in the description. I like these little spirals on there just to make it a little more fancy. There's maybe a little more fragile, like hopefully they won't catch on anything, but they should be all right. So there we have our ring. Fits more on that one with the little staggered. It kind of more sits like that. So I'm not sure. It kind of sits. It's a little bit, it's in between sizes. Yeah, so if it fits snugly on your finger, it's gonna sit like sort of on an angle like that. And you could have always maybe staggered these a little bit more. So it's like a straight line through and through. So that is that one. It's kind of funky. So we have like this super chunky one. I find the 5mm a little large, and then we have that one. So let's try something else. I'm gonna just grab a sip of water. Fancy, thank you. Yeah, so we're gonna try, like, you can also do just a simple bracelet type of thing. That would be good for the thicker one, I think. So that would be interesting. Just very, very simple. And then you can loop something on like that. So maybe we'll try something like that. And then I had all kinds of other things where you just bend the wire. Like that's another idea, is just to bend the wire like that. So if you're gonna do something like that, let's just flatten this out a little bit. Okay, let's see how that's going to work. I think we're gonna have to use the smallest end of this. So I'm gonna take this, and if we bend it kind of up, but then on an angle, right? So you wanna kind of angle it up, but I'm gonna be careful not to scratch that. And then we want to, you know, what would be better for this was rather to do it this way, I would actually wind it around something. What if we just took this one, okay? Or maybe if you had something a little bit thicker, and let me just straighten this one out again. I'm gonna straighten that one out. I got a little, might have got a little bit mangled now. I'll try it, flatten it. If it gets too mangled, you can just trim it. It's not too bad. It really got quite mangled though. So say it got too mangled, we'll just trim it again. Okay. Yeah, you could definitely use round wire and hammer it. And that's what I did with this one. It was a 12mm wire that I just put through the rolling mill to flatten it out. I have a tutorial for the ring that I made. It was like that with a with one of these glass baubles on it. That was from my friend Sue. She had requested one that was like that. So now, if you're going to try this one, I started doing it, bending it with the pliers, but then it might be easier to bend it this way. So let's try this. And let's take this. Soft and dead soft. So dead soft is like very soft wire, and then there's half hard, which is more hard, like brass and stuff type like thing. So sterling silver comes in dead soft and half hard. Half hard is often used, like I use it for earrings that aren't too detailed, ring bases and things like that, whereas the dead soft you can use for like wrapping and more detailed, smaller detailed work. So now I'm trying this where I'm just winding it around another thing, and say if you wanted this wider, you can maybe get a wider either flat wire or something else. So let's just do this. So this is going to look different than the twist, but it should be interesting. So now we're going to just take that off. So that makes a cool flat-ish coil, or you could coil it around something round, and then you'll still get that kind of effect. And then if you want to just bend the end in, because you could clip the end flush like we did previously, or we can try to turn the end in this way. Yeah, so if you bring it in there, then it's got sort of a nice finish to it. And then it's not going to catch on anything because you can just close it right up. And then up here, we can do a little end. So we can maybe wind it, push it right up like this a little bit, and then clip it to about 3/8 of an inch-ish. Okay. Okay. Heavy metal. Yeah, so this is not too heavy. The 3mm isn't too bad. We're going to take this, bring that one around. There. So that would be another way to do this kind of earring, but just with like the little twist like that. So from there, you can take this and maybe center it a little bit more, and then you can put a little earring hook on that. So when I take the photo, maybe I'll just stick a little earring hook, but that's another thing you could do. So that's twisting it around a flat wire, and then if you want to twist it around a larger round form, let me see what I have handy. This one's a little big. Oh, I have a couple of things. So I have a crochet hook, or I have a pen. So let's wind it around the pen to see what it looks like when it's a little bit bigger. Okay. So, yes, such a knowledgeable group. You guys are a wealth of knowledge and experience, which is great that everybody is sharing their their ideas and their experience. It's very helpful for everybody. It's the same in the Wire Makers Club. We have people that are very advanced, and we also have people that are very beginners. So it's nice that we can teach each other. So here you can just wind it around a form. If you have a metal mandrel, you can hammer it as well to make it more stiff. So then we can just remove that, and then that makes a funky kind of curled design there. And then if you want to like make the loop at the top, you can bring that up a bit and then clip it here. And then we will just twist this. Whoopsies. Make sure I'm still on the camera. Bring that one around. And then this one, you could just file this one too if you want to leave it like that. So I am going to just bring this one around a little bit. Yeah, so maybe we'll leave this one not curved so you can see what it looks like not curved and curved. And then this one, we want it to be this way. So we're good, just like that, and like that. Yeah, and then you could put a little hook on it and it makes a cool little coil. And you know what would be fun too? If you dangle something inside, that might be interesting. Like with a jump ring or something. Say you had a jump ring and you wanted to dangle something inside. Maybe not make it as big, or you can do it on a cone. Let me just see. What if we do just a little bit? I have a little bit of wire left here. So if we just go around here, like there. Don't want too much, maybe that way. And that. Could have maybe made it a little bit bigger, but we don't have to do it that bigger. So let's just clip that. Yeah, definitely get our creative juices flowing here. That's for sure. So now if we have that, so that is the first step with that. And then this one, we can trim it and you can file it if you want, or maybe we can bring it up. Let's see what happens if we bring it up a little bit. And then that's right to the back there. And we're gonna clip this one, and this one too you can file. There we go, we'll bend that back and forth. So what if we did this and then we dangled something down the middle? Like say I had a long jump ring, we could use that. Or if you don't have a jump ring, you could just kind of make your own and then do a little loop on the bottom here, there. And then if we dangled a little bead, don't want it too big. What have we got? Let's see, or the hematite. I always like the hematite. Let's try that. So what would happen if we just took a bead and dangled it like kind of hanging down there? It might be, that would be really cool. I'm just thinking in terms of the best way to hang it from a, let's try this. I'm gonna just bend this at an angle. Okay, so that's like bent at an angle. And then we'll get a jump ring. We could use the same bigger one. Okay, and then this one, we want to also hang on the jump ring. So we can just see how big we're going to need this. So this will be here, this will be here. And we're going to bend that back and around. Okay. So imagine this was on a jump ring, what do you call it? A head pin. Okay, so this would be like the head pin type thing here. And we're going to clip that. Yeah, I mean, I could just keep doing this all day. But like I said, today's a short live stream, so we'll just do this, finish up what we're doing, and then we can go from there. So now to make things a little bit quicker, I'll just grab some earrings that I already have. I use the stainless steel 304 metal earring hooks. I use those for my my Etsy stuff. So we're going to actually, here we can just close this. So take your jump ring, and we want to put this up through here. Let's see if this is going to work actually. And then, I don't know how that well this is going to work. We're going to check, and we're going to take this. We're going to put it through here, through here, through here, and through here. It's pretty good. It's sort of like off to the side. Do I like that? Let me think, because it's kind of like, it's interesting. It's sort of hanging off to the side. What if, how much does that hang down? It's pretty good. What if we hung it through the flat wire instead? Okay, let's try that. Okay, make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to center this. And let's see, what if we bring it up through here and put it through. I'm gonna have to open it up a little more. There, we're gonna put it through here because we want it more centered. So we're gonna put it through the loop of the flat wire, because otherwise it just seems a little off center. Okay, this is awkward to hold, but just to get the idea there. So we hooked it through there, and then we're going to close it up. Oh, now it actually came out because, oh, so let's try that. It actually came out because that flat wire loop was open a bit. So let's bring it up, put it through the flat wire loop here. There, so it's awkward to hold. Yeah, so let's just put it through the flat wire loop best we can. So it's through there, but now we have to close the loop because it somehow didn't close properly. So now we're going to close that. Yeah, whoops, snap. So that's closed. So now it's hanging off that, exactly hanging off that loop, but now I've closed the loop up too much. So there's not room for the jump rings. So now we adjust that a little more. This will be easier for you guys because you'll know what to do, but let's see if the jump ring's gonna fit through there now. So we're gonna take the jump ring. Yep, it works. So we're gonna bring it through there, and then we're gonna put it through the hook. There we go. Okay, so what have we got? It's interesting. It's a little off. This looks a little, maybe it's hanging too low now, but if that's the case, we could just bring it up a little bit. So let's just, it's hanging a little low, so we'll just take this, trim it a bit, and then bring it up a little more. Okay. There, is that better? Maybe it's, I brought it up too much, so let's just bring it down a little bit more. And then that'll be it for today. And I could always do more flat wire next week if you guys enjoyed this. So there, so it's funky. It's hard to see because I'm holding it that way, but that's how it looks. So let me show you what we've got. Hi Pamela, nice to see you. We're just finishing up. So there's that one. And then let's put a hook on this one. So we did some very basic things today. There's definitely a lot more that we can do. Yeah, we're gonna have to put a jump ring to attach this because we could get the next size down, see if that's gonna work. Let's put the next size down on there. I don't want to put a too big jump ring. Yeah, this one's just a plain one, so we're gonna put that one there. These are just the pre-made earring hooks. So we've got that one, this one, which is a little smaller, and then the twisty wire, which is really cool, and this one, and this staggered chunky monkey ring that I'm not sure about, but it's all right. And then this one too. So let me know which ones you like. I'm going to flip the screen. And yeah, so thank you guys. Wonky is okay too. Yeah, wonky is definitely okay. So let me flip the screen. I will put a picture of these later on today in the community section. And we will do more, probably let's do more next week because there's all kinds of designs on here that I didn't do yet. So let's do more flat wire stuff next week. You guys can always email me ideas if there's other things you want me to do on the live streams. My hair's almost dry. It was wet when I came on. It's still wet a little bit. It takes me hours to dry my hair. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Amber, for always moderating the chat. And thank you guys all for your great suggestions and feedback. Thank you, Jen, for suggesting the flat wire. We'll definitely do more. I'll do some tutorials as well. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day and we will see you soon. Bye.